Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Stop being concerned about Chad, Tyrone, and other men. And those other men could be Pookie, Ray, whoever. You know, and I know I've talked about this before, and I said, you know what, I still see men concerned about that. You know, if I throw that name out in a video or something, those terms, Tyrone, Chad, whatever, Pookie and Ray, people are still gonna be in there. Indeed, shoot, even been called a Pookie sometime. I'm like, no. And incidentally, if you that type who calls somebody a Pookie or Ray, don't call me that unless you got at least 2 verifiable degrees, okay? Hey, look, anyway, right? Stop being concerned about any other man. I don't care how handsome they are. I don't care how muscular they are. You know, how big you think their joints are. How much you think they thugs, or you think... See, well, here's the issue. Men be worried about the other men they think are getting to play. And you know what? Let's just be real. Those men probably are getting to play. You don't worry about them for one simple ass reason. One very simple reason. You're not that man. And yeah, they might get a bunch of women. Yeah, and there are going to be some men that get more women than the next man. That select and non-select thing is some real stuff. You don't worry about it. You worry about yourself. Because you're not that man. You can't pretend to be that man. And I don't care what you think the women are going for or whatever. Because first of all, with women, I don't care who the woman is. Women go for different types of men. Different women, they like different men. It's just that simple. Yeah, you get some women who might go for a thug, but I've met some women who go for nerds. I've met some women who go for creative artistic types. You know, you get some women, of course, who might go for that like consensusly handsome man, but then I've met plenty of women who say they like a man who got a little bit of ugly in them. You got 4 billion women in this world. All you had to do is be concerned about the women going for you. But the only way they gonna go for you is if you present your best self. But if you sitting there, while you sitting there watching some other man, you got about 3 women watching you. What kind of, and that's some bull. You don't worry about it. You don't be concerned. You don't be concerned. Unless they involved with your woman. And even then you don't be concerned, because then that's telling you about your woman. Or you thought to be your woman. You know, you just don't have a woman then. If you have a woman and she going for any of these other guys, okay, that's her. She's actually doing you a favor. But you don't worry about it otherwise. You don't worry about it. As a man, all you do is focus on yourself. You focus on getting your best version of yourself and then seeing which women like it. Because trust me, like that nerd thing. I've met more scores of women, literally scores of women who prefer a nerd. Who prefer, you ask them who they find attractive and it goes against everybody else. Because women are basically looking for whoever's inside of them. And when I say that, I mean their animal. So if that woman's nerdy, she's typically looking for a nerdy guy, you know? Or if that woman is at a certain class level, she ain't looking for some thug. Every woman ain't looking for some thug. Now, of course, there's always some guys who thinking, well, nah, they want a thug. What's wrong with Ron? I'm out here, dude. I'm out here in the real world. If you get your ass out here and stop worrying about the next man, because the next man is not you. You'll see that too. Because you can't. And no, you might not be that guy to get 50 women. And you might not want it, because some of those guys who get 50 women, they hitting somebody like me up, complain and say, I don't know what to do with these 50 women. It's bad. First of all, one quality woman beats out 20 subpar women. Always remember that. And some of these guys who, I've met plenty of guys who may not get a bunch of women. They weren't player anything, but the woman they got was down for them. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Even when you see that beautiful woman, that woman who got the beauty that you want, she's on, if she's chasing like whatever, and it's not you, you don't worry about it because it's saying something about her. It's saying she's either superficial, or if she wants some thug or something like that, or some bum or something like that, that's telling you about her. Because there's plenty of guys out there, they ain't Chad, they ain't Tyrone, they ain't Pookie, they ain't Ray Ray, they ain't whoever you could say, and they getting women. It's just that simple. And you know what I found in common with every single one of them? Every single one of them, they didn't worry about it. I mentioned a few times about this guy who said he's a nice guy, he's proud of it. But he got a nice, very nice looking woman, got a son out of it. And he was cool with it. That's who he was. He wasn't worried about it. And he was more on the nerdy side, and he didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. He was proud of who he was as a man. Because I'm going to tell you what, as a man, you just got to accept who you are. You ain't that next guy. You ain't that next person. And you know what? There was a woman back in college told me that too. I'll never forget that. Cause I ain't gonna act like I ain't try to like do what somebody else was doing. And this woman, she checked me. Cause I was trying to hit the speech intonation of this player at the time. And she was like, Rom, they ain't you though. Be yourself. And she was just straight up. And I was like, you know what? I learned a lesson. I'm telling you now, if you're doing that now. Like I've had a couple guys hit me up and say, yeah, Rom, I hit your speech intonation, everything. I said, for what? And they actually said it worked for them. I said, for what though? That's still not you. Because when a woman see your true self, she ain't gonna like it. She gonna dislike it. Because here's the thing. If you try to pretend like you someone else, you try to do what someone else is doing, yeah, you might get some woman here and there. But as soon as she get past that mask, she ain't gonna like what she's seeing. You need to show yourself. If you one of those dudes out there trying to wear a mask or something, you need to take that shit off. You need to take it off because that's not who you are. You want a woman in cooperation with your operation, with who you are. You want to feel free because then if you putting on that mask or something, you got to keep that mask on. Do you want to live life that way? I remember on one of those balloon pop shows and stuff, there was this guy, he was definitely on some nerdy stuff, and the women were trying to get on about how he was dressed. He was like, nah, this is how I'm dressed. And he was hard with it. And he walked out with a woman anyway. She was down for it. See, here's the thing. If you're not Chad, okay. If you're not Tyrone, okay. If you ain't Pookie, okay. If you ain't Ray Ray, or whatever name you want to put in there, that's okay. You are whatever your name is. That's who you are. You proud of it. You just gonna be the best version of yourself and see which women are down for it. And you know what? Like I said, it don't matter if you don't have a whole group of women down for it. I will always say one quality woman beats out 20 bad ones. You don't want a bunch of women anyway. You just want the woman who is in cooperation with your operation. Your operation. Always remember that. You want to be the best version of yourself. Because you want to be at peace. All right? I want y'all to think about that. All right? Don't be concerned about the other guy. If they getting theirs, let them get it. Trust me on this. They having some drama too. You just getting a different type of drama, whatever. They getting some drama. Even the select man's getting some drama. Yeah, they getting more play. They getting more sex and everything. But is that you anyway? You just want to be in a situation what's good for you. All right. I want y'all to think about that. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.